Welcome everybody, this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to welcome everybody in for another brand new episode of Loving Whispers. And I do see Perry, Steph, and Mabel, I believe it was, in the chat as well. And I'd just like to welcome everybody in here, Ed as well. And we're going to start doing another session with Loving Whispers. Without further ado, though, I'd like to welcome in James.
I'd say good evening, everyone. How are you doing? I'd like to say, I think we're going to have a good show there tonight. I hope we get some good responses there. Actually, we have been quite a bit there lately, so I can't complain on that. I just want to say I hope everyone enjoys the show, the session there, and have a great time. So.
And over to Renee as well.
Hi everybody, welcome to tonight's episode of Loving Whispers. I'm really glad to be here and really glad to be with Dom and James, and of course the spirits that are going to communicate with us tonight. So sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you, Dom.
And just like always, we're going to go ahead and showcase our findings from last week's session. And if you haven't checked that out on our channel, you can see that we usually have that up on Tuesdays. I think it's about Tuesday or Wednesday, right around there, that we have it on there. We also have it on our Facebook page, but we do have the findings on there, and we're going to showcase that right now for you.
Okay, this is August 17th, 2007. My name is James, and good evening to anybody around me. I'll say it again. My name is James, and I'm just wondering, is there anybody around me tonight that's willing to communicate? Okay, this is August 17th, 2007. My name is James, and good evening to anybody around me. I'll say it again. My name is James, and I'm just wondering, is there anybody around me tonight that's willing to communicate? Okay, this is August 17th, 2007. My name is James, and good evening to anybody around me. I'll say it again. My name is James, and I'm just wondering, is there anybody around me tonight that's willing to communicate?
If you can hear yourself, I'd like to try to do that sound check thing that I like doing. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Can you repeat that? If you can hear yourself, I'd like to try to do that sound check thing that I like doing. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Can you repeat that? If you can hear yourself, I'd like to try to do that sound check thing that I like doing. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Can you repeat that?
Hi, we're back. Hi, we're back. Hi, we're back.
And we're back, everybody. Those were some of the findings that we found from last week. And some of them I thought were pretty good. Some of them are very faint, but some of them are pretty good. So we're gonna be going ahead and switching over to James. James is gonna be doing a burst session, and we got some good replies with that last week, and we've gotten some good ones in the past. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to James. You're gonna be able to see the Skype chat. So if Renee's reading anything or sensing anything, she can type that to James and let him know.
That's true.
So I'm gonna mute myself.
And I guess Dom is muted. And okay, I guess okay. Here, I'll get this going here. This is August 24th, 2017. Hi, my name is James, and I'm here to communicate with anyone that's willing to communicate with me tonight. Now, is there anybody around me right now that is wanting to communicate? Could you please say your name? That was me. Renee is picking up the name Lester. Would that be your name? Could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Your favorite food, sports, anything you like. Yeah, if there's anyone in the chat that has any questions they'd like me to ask, feel free to type it in. Now, I had a question for you. That's my chair, my squeaky chair. When it comes to the eclipse and everything surrounding it, does that have an effect on your abilities to communicate, to get around, various things like that? Our dear friend Renee would like to know if it's lacrosse that you like to play. And how do you feel about me attempting to ask you all these questions? Do you mind me asking them to you? Does it annoy you? How do you feel about it? Yeah, I got a noisy chair. Now, let's see here. Is there anyone else here besides Lester that I'm not picking up that's willing to communicate? Would you be able to tell us how old you are? And one last question. What do you think about the Toronto Blue Jays? Do you think they have any hope? Anyways, I'm going to end this and play it back. We'll be trying to communicate with you a bit more. Oh, I have a few with me. Oh, interesting. Well, like I was saying, we'll try to communicate with you more in a few minutes. I'm just going to play this back and we'll try to talk more. Thank you very much. Doo-doo-doo.
This is August 24th, 2017. Hi, my name is James, and I'm here to communicate with anyone that's willing to communicate with me tonight. Now, is there anybody around me right now that is wanting to communicate? Could you please say your name? That was me. Renee is picking up the name Lester. Would that be your name? Could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Your favorite food, sports, anything you like. If there's anyone in the chat that has any questions they'd like to ask, feel free to type it in. I had a question for you. That's my chair, squeaky chair. When it comes to the eclipse and everything surrounding it, does that have an effect on your ability to communicate, get around, various things like that? Our dear friend Renee would like to know if it's lacrosse that you like to play. And how do you feel me attempting to ask you all these questions? Do you mind me asking them to you? Does it annoy you? How do you feel about it? Yeah, I gotta teach you. Now, let's see here. Is there anyone else here besides Lester that I'm not picking up that's willing to communicate? Tell us how old you are. And one last question. What do you think about the Toronto Blue Jays? Do you think they have any hope? Anyways, I'm going to end this and play it back. We'll be trying to communicate with you a bit more. I have a few. Like I was saying, communicate with you more. If you put this back, and we'll try to talk more. Thank you very much.
All right, and I'm back. It sounds like your session's all set, right? Believe so. James, you can hear me, right?
There.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it looks like our burst session's all set with that. And I'd like to welcome in any individuals that popped in late. I see David, Perry, and Bill with Dover Paratech. And a huge shout out for Dover Paratech. He does have he has a bunch of books that he's written. Please jump and try to follow his channel to find out more information about that. And Bill, if you can hear me, which I hope, pretty sure you can. Try to shoot me an email, and I'd like to share that on our Facebook page, because I remember you saying something before. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and should have audio. Like that. There we go. And again, we're using the Phasm box. This is the same one we've been using for quite a while. Hello, hello. This is Dominic. I have James, and I have Renee here with me.
Hello.
Hello. How is everybody tonight? Are you guys doing awesome?
Charlie, thanks for being in here. Now, any individuals, these sessions that we do, these Thursday sessions, the Loving Whispers, this is to let you know that you're not alone. This is basically for us to try to be there for you and let all of us be there for you, to let you know that you're not alone, and there are people that are out there that are curious that you're okay and that you're doing all right.
And I just heard the word caribou.
Heard Miraboo?
Caribou.
Oh, Doppel. Sorry, I don't think I mentioned your name. Thanks for being in here, bud.
Are you a hunter? Do you hunt caribou?
How does caribou taste? Do you like the taste of it? You cook it, yes. How do you cook it? Is there a gentleman here by the name of Lester? It's nice to meet you, Lester.
Well, thank you for attempting to communicate with me earlier.
Would anybody like a cup of coffee?
I would.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I know. They went silent. How about a glass of wine? All right, a beer.
Stop. You know, I've never had a beer on the sessions ever. I don't think any of us have.
No.
No.
I couldn't drink and do something like this. I don't.
Well, I know a lot of people like, so some people will get high and other things like that, or drinking and stuff, and I don't know. We're the responsible ones.
Well, it just opens you up for a can of worms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's never been something I've heard of teams doing that where they go out and get smashed and go and investigate. And I'm like, I don't know. That's scary.
Okay, wait. What do you spirits and communication? What do you guys think of, like, marijuana? What do you think of marijuana?
Straight to the point.
I'm gonna ask them. I am. Do you think it has healing properties to it? They're finding. Oh, I'm sorry, Don.
I was gonna say, what do you think of those extra things that like make people hallucinate and things like that? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, people have lucid dreams and things like that. So, did you ever partake in those festivities? I don't know how to pronounce, how to term it. So no, yeah, I don't know what that was.
They say that medical marijuana, is helping people who have like cancer and stuff. Do you believe in that?
Yes.
Nice. And can you tell us if that is the cure for most diseases?
I don't know on that one. I see a comment in the chat that they probably partied more than we did back in their day than we do now. I don't know. I mean, it all depends on where they're, what time they're from. If they're from the 60s and 70s, hell yeah. That was known as the time period of, craziness. But if they're older than that, then I think they probably might have indulged in, it all depends on the time period. 30s would be alcohol. 1800s, I would think, would be like tobacco and possibly
mead.
ganj and marijuana or whatever.
Well, they had opiates back then too.
We're only asking these things just so you know, we're all people. We're all normal people, and I'm sure a lot of us have done the same things that you guys have.
Did I just hear somebody say they used to chew? What did you used to chew? Like what kind of tobacco? Did you enjoy it? Of course.
There's what is there? There's Redman, Skull. Oh, what the hell are the other ones? My grandfather's chewed for the last 90 years, or 70 years at least.
Yeah, I got friends that chew.
What, Grizzly? Grizzly's one of them, I think.
Yeah, he was my grandfather's a red man. Valid. Yeah.
So I'm really interested in maybe how they cook that caribou up.
Cook the what?
The caribou.
Shake and bake.
What the hell is caribou?
Caribou's like a moose, or what is it, like a bull, or it's got long hair, right?
You got me. I.
It's an animal. It's a wild animal. It's a big.
No idea.
You find it, I think, up in Canada, don't you, James?
But caribou, yeah, that's up north. Can you tell us?
And I'm also here. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask. Can you tell us what else you would hunt up there for food?
I'm also hearing tofu. Who would like to eat tofu?
It's from one extreme to another tonight.
It is.
Yeah, I mean we're talking about alcohol, tofu, and freaking
Caribou.
apparently reindeer meat is what caribou is. That's what.
Yeah.
Eating Santa's helpers.
But you can say you can say you ate Rudolph.
Now, in my family heritage, and I've never talked about this in the streams and stuff, but my grandfather was he was a mobster. He was like a mobster that like was the protection for the moonshiners. So my curiosity was if you were around here in like the Prohibition time, were you guys indulging in like moonshine and homemade things, or were you kind of just farming and working? The interesting things you find out about your family from your older relatives that actually are like, oh yeah, by the way, you and your grandmother or your grandfather and grandmother met because of the Prohibition. What? Crazy stuff.
You gotta love Prohibition.
And it's somebody's birthday today. I don't know if it's somebody on the other side or they want to say happy birthday to somebody. Whose birthday is it today?
Did he tell us how old you are?
Is it your birthday or is it somebody you want to say happy birthday to? Well, happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Yep, happy birthday.
I don't know what another language is. I'm sorry. just Spanish. Spanish and English.
Well, you're better than me. I know English and English.
What do you want for your birthday? What have you always wanted for your birthday? Anyone?
I was waiting for one of them to say you.
No.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
You. I'd be like, oh shit.
But we do have a female over there who was telling me about her slippers. She used to wear slippers. What color were your slippers? Were your slippers pink?
They look like animals? I have moose slippers, that's why I asked that.
I don't have slippers.
What are you doing wrong, Don? You don't have slippers.
They
Oh, God.
they don't carry slippers of my size.
We can crochet you some booties.
I have adult feet, James.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think Dom should be wearing slippers?
I can actually I'll guess your shoe size, James. I've never asked you this. I'm gonna guess it right now.
Oh God.
You wear 9.5 or 10s.
Yeah, you're right.
Done.
Back on topic now.
Don't ask me how I know that. You have average feet, which is 9.5 to 10.
Anyway, enough about feet and other things. They're being silly.
I think Dom wants to see my feet.
No.
I think feet are ugly. And I don't care if anybody thinks they have the most beautiful feet. Feet are just ugly. Toes are ugly. There's nothing pretty about them.
big toes.
You have big toes? Who has big toes? The big toes are gross, aren't they?
I just heard something toes. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Have you ever seen my feet? And if so, I do apologize. I do apologize. They're scary looking.
Yeah.
They look like flippers.
I mean, you see all these post people taking pictures of their feet and stuff, and it just grosses me out.
Yeah, my parents when I was growing up, they're like, you got little canoes. That's what they used to call my feet. So goddamn big.
The only feet that are cute and pretty are baby feet.
Sure.
Am I right, spirits? Baby feet are the only cute feet.
We're on the subject. I'm going there. We're on the subject. So when people take off their shoes and they take off their socks and it smells, do you smell that? Can you smell the obnoxiousness of that?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, people need to change. You gotta change your socks and such. Yep. Do agree. We're way off topic of whatever topic
I'm
we're talking
thinking
about.
so too.
Speaking of smells, I'm just gonna go there with this.
Oh.
Actually, back in the day, one of the favorite cheeses was Limburger cheese. Do any of you spirits like Limburger cheese? I can't get past the smell. What does it taste like? Because to me, it smells like dirty feet.
And I do see it in the chat. I'm going with it. I'm going with this. We smell cigars. We smell your perfume. We smell your cologne. We smell what you smell like. If you had stinky feet, do we smell that when you're around? Like, do all aromas stay? Do all aromas carry over so that we can smell that individual that we remember? Or that's trying to let us remember them?
It's like the phantom fart.
Or,
those happen quite a bit.
Exactly.
Do you guys have to shower? Do you have to shower? Do you have to take care of yourselves? I mean, these are real questions that I don't think anybody really asks. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Perry, for these excellent questions. And these are great. These really are.
Pumpkinhead Paranormal wants to know, did he just hear pizza? So did someone say pizza?
They could smell like pizza too if they were a pizza maker.
Oh, Doppel's being funny.
When I was a pizza maker, I used to smell like pizza all the time. Smell like pepperoni. Walk in the door, down here, it's pepperoni time.
Doppel.
Yeah, Doppel, she'll send you her address right after.
Well, he's just going to send a picture.
Yeah. Are you here to actually teach us something, or you here looking for answers yourself, or are you looking for a company? What are you looking for?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When communicating through these apps, does it drain you any more or less than other means of communication with us? They're quiet with me today.
I know one thing I'm going to say. What do you guys have to say about Hurricane Harvey that's due to hit Texas and Louisiana?
Can you control it at all?
Dude, that would be the funnest thing ever. If you were a spirit and you could like go into a hurricane and ride the hurricane, like surf it, that would be like epically awesome.
Yeah.
It would.
Uh,
Other than the carnage it's going to create to the land, but it's I don't know anybody that wouldn't want to be like, hell yeah. I mean, that's cool.
It'd be interesting.
I hope that the people are really taking heed to the warning, of evacuating. Is there going to be a lot of devastation with this hurricane, spirits?
I heard very faintly, I don't know. Now, you guys went on a trip last week to Canada, and I'm
We
curious,
did.
how'd that trip go? How was the trip?
It went well. It went well. Do we have any spirits here tonight that went with me? We went to Toronto and we bothered James. Is anybody here from that night? We partied it up.
Partied hard.
I actually had somebody tell me that Toronto was a beautiful city and to enjoy my visit. I was like, I'm going there spiritually. I'm not going there physically.
It really is a beautiful place, though.
It is. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been there a few times. Well, through it.
I used to party in Toronto.
I used to party in Niagara Falls
Same here.
on the Canadian side.
Same here. And it still looks the same as it did 20 years ago.
It does.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
It's still beautiful, though.
Oh, it is.
It's cleaner than the American side.
I've never been to that side, so I don't know.
That's because they have laws in Canada that people follow. Nobody follows the laws in that area.
Well, there's suggestions. It's like the drinking age in Quebec. It's a suggestion.
There's massive fines for littering in Canada, opposed to
Yeah, there is.
opposed
And they
to-
do enforce.
I have a question. How many, are any of the spirits here tonight, were you from the era of the Civil War? What are your thoughts, spirits in communication, about all of the removal of all of the statues? I personally think it's sad because when you remove reminders of history, then history tends to repeat itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the goal is they're trying to erase history so people don't repeat it, in essence, but
Oh.
it's not going to happen.
No, you can't erase history.
I'm interested in knowing how they're going to change history in the classrooms now.
Yeah.
That'll be the next thing.
I found it. I actually was reading about this. A lot of the Confederate statues that they have up were actually put up not after the Civil War. It was during like a golden age of putting up monuments, and they were built very cheaply with bronze to put them up quickly. And that's why, like, if you've seen any of the videos where them falling down, they just like topple on each other. It's because they weren't put together with the highest standard. They're put together very cheaply.
Yeah,
Oh.
just a thin hollow shell.
Yeah. But I saw something about them exhuming graves, taking out graves
I saw that too. I didn't know how true that was.
of Confederates and stuff. That's crazy.
I didn't see that. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
I think we had the new moon on Monday. We had the solar eclipse on Monday. We're in Mercury retrograde. And we're in one other retrograde, and I can't remember what planet is in retrograde, which slows down everything and progress and everything else. But with all of this energy, right, and depending on what house these planets fall on within each person's chart and stuff, it's going to have major effects on people, right? And I just think this really has affected a lot of people, plus the energy of the hurricane coming in. And I'm not saying, I feel that people are running on fear, the emotion of fear, instead of on logic lately.
A lot of scary stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't know how true the them taking out the graves and stuff.
I was hoping that wasn't true.
Yeah, that's not good. But I see they fired a reporter. There was a reporter, I think it was NBA or something. The guy's name was Robert Lee. He was Chinese.
Well,
Robert Lee. He was Chinese. His last name is Lee, which that's kind of a common thing with anybody that's Chinese or anybody of Oriental heritage. And they fired him because of the Confederate Robert E. Lee, and they didn't want to have any association when people were searching for the dude's name.
Actually, what it was is he was supposed to. Sorry to correct you, but just so you know what it is he was supposed to do an announcing on a game, and because of his last name, they figured he'd be at risk becoming the next meme because of his last name. So they took him off the game and put someone else on it. So he's still working there. They just took him off the game. They say it was a mutual decision. But the funny thing is, you do that, it brings more attention to doing that, then well, it's just going to happen anyways, if it were to happen.
Spirits in communication. Can you guys help us? Can you offer us some words of wisdom? Is there anything we can do to help release the fear that people are running off of right now, that's coming out as hate and anger? How can we help people? What can we say to them? We can do that. Spirits within communication. Are we going to go on a trip tonight? That was Maya.
Where are you guys going tonight? Would you like to tell Renee where you'd like to go for your trip?
Wait for me at 1:30 sleep time, right? And we'll go wherever you want to go. Are you going to be my tour guides? Are we going to go somewhere and laugh and have a good time? Are we going to dance and sing? Where are we going to go? We'll take flight. I think he's answering me. I just can't understand him.
Hmm.
Can we go somewhere where the temperature's perfect year-round? I think it would be so cool to go to like the Hawaiian Islands and like see the volcanoes. Have any of you been to Hawaii? Would you like to go to Hawaii tonight? Or an island similar to that? Well, meet me tonight and we'll go on a trip, okay? We'll go wherever you want to go. They got quiet.
Yeah, they did that to me too. Is there a reason why you're so quiet tonight? Is someone preventing you from talking? Or do you just not have much to say?
Well, we'd like to thank you for the communication you were able to give to us earlier. I definitely believe I heard something toes earlier while we were doing that.
Oh, no doubt.
And definitely we look forward to communicating more with you next Thursday. And I'll be back tomorrow night with Spirit Box Weekly with a different device though, the Spiritist. And then I'm gonna swing over to James if you'd like to say anything before we go.
Sure. I'd like to thank everyone for showing up tonight. You guys are great. I hope you guys really enjoyed our session tonight. And like and subscribe and have a great weekend. Renee? Or Don?
And Renee?
I just want to say thank you for joining us this evening, and we hope that you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you, Spirits Within Communication. Meet me tonight, and we'll go on our little trip, and I'm sure we'll have a great time. Thank you, Dom and James, for allowing me to be here every Thursday night. I'm, filled with gratitude for that. So have a blessed week, everybody. And those of you who are listening in that are in the path of the hurricane, please take shelter and do as you're told. Don't try to be a hero or brave, okay? Because your life matters to all of us. So have a great week, everybody. Namaste.
And we will catch you later. And again, if the spirits are trying to communicate, we really should try to listen. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.
Good night.
Have a great weekend, everyone.